Hi, everybody. Welcome to Spirit Cafe Sessions with me, Nikki, and Kim. Say hi, Kim. And we have a super exciting episode planned for you guys today. We have an amazing guest. I am like so excited. I've been excited for days about this episode. Kim is aware. So without further ado, I'm going to let Kim take the floor. I will pull a tarot card at the end of the episode for the week because I just want to really get into this and get it going because I think you guys are going to absolutely love the guests that we have. Right, Kim?
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. Take it away.
Well, welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. As we teased about in our last episode, we are going to have a special activity and learn about your spirit guide. Very, very important. Your spirit guide it's been with you your entire life. However, you don't necessarily know who they are. And today is the day that you will have the opportunity to find out the name of the spirit guide. So today we have Reverend Richard Lanigan. He is the minister who opened up St. Bridget's Spiritual Church in Edmonton. He is the gentleman that, if you hear me referring to him as the medium and minister, this is the gentleman that has guided me and been mentoring me since I started there. And I've met him probably about 13 years ago now. So it's been a long, long relationship, and he's definitely one of my favorite people. He is, like I said, a minister. He does mediumship. His specialty is trance spiritual healing, and he is also an author. And he wrote the book that I just have here, In Service to Spirit, which you can get, I believe, on Amazon, or you can send us a message. But I think Amazon's probably the best bet to get it. And that's his book, and he is currently writing another one, so keep your eye out for that.
I
Welcome,
will
Richard.
link I will link the book and everything on the description boxes of the episodes, guys, so you can do a quick click and then order it. Okay?
Clicking by.
Yeah.
Welcome, Richard. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay, thank you. It's a real pleasure to join Nikki and Kim. I know how excited Kim has been her recently with her relationship with Nikki. She doesn't stop talking about it. Um, she's, she's very
Thank
excited, and I'm delighted for her because Kim is a lovely medium and great minister at our church and everything. And so I'm just so happy for both of you.
Oh,
And they've asked me on today to speak about spirit guides, which I really love. So without further ado, I will go right into it. It so happens that every person in the whole world has a spirit guide. Whether you ever meet them, know them, use them, or ever, you still come into this world with one. Um, their job is to guide you on earth to fulfill all the lessons you decided to learn when you came here. They have a tough job because as human beings, many of us go off track and do different things, and hence that's where we get the word guide. They guide you back onto your path. That makes sense. So
yeah.
um, they're just amazing. And what I want to say to you is, everybody has one guide, and that guide is no interest in anybody else, just you, because everybody has their own. And so I find it fascinating and upsetting a little bit when you will go to some mediums and stuff and they'll say, "Oh, your guide is here," but they can't see your guide because your guide has no interest in them. It's very rarely even that each person gets to see their guide. We have a trust and we know and we learn to communicate with them, and so that trust and faith is there. So um, the guide is really your best friend, the best friend you will ever have. You met them in the spirit world before you came here, and you picked them, and they picked you to work together. And so they are the best friend you'll ever have in this life or the next one. They love you unconditionally. And can you imagine the guides that are with so many people in the world that people never even use them, never recognize, never even know about them? But the guide is still there.
So if you're not familiar, guide how old you are. You've been ignoring them for that many years, and they've still stuck around.
Wow.
Yeah. So, the exciting part is everybody can get to know their guide. They really can. And from my point of view, and Reverend Kim knows this, once you get to know your guide, then I encourage you to build a relationship with them. So it's the same relationship you would have on earth with a great friend. You speak to them the same way. You say good night to them, good morning, thank them for everything they do for you, etc. Um, and so there's a very easy step that I'd like to teach right now about meeting your spirit guide, and maybe that'll open up questions as well. But
Yeah.
here we go. It's very, very simple. So, for those of you who are looking in, if you want to try this, you just relax where you're sitting, probably by taking a couple of just long, deep breaths for yourself. Relax totally, and just say that you know you have a spirit guide and you would like to meet them. They will be very, very excited about this. And so I want you to do this next part as quickly as possible. And because I don't want you to think about it, I don't want your mind to get involved. All right. So I'm going to ask you to do this. And I want you to spit it out immediately when you have the answer. So you're going to get something and don't tell anybody. Don't spit it out. I shouldn't say that, Nikki and Kim. Um, as soon as you have it, open your eyes and say, I got it. And you don't tell anybody. So here it is. Ask your spirit guide to please join you and for them to give you a name that you can call them by. So, Nikki, you've opened your eyes. You got a name?
That was weird. Okay, if people aren't watching, I did do the exercise. It and that's weird. It just shot out of nowhere.
Now, I want to ask you a question, Nikki.
Oh my god.
Because no, this is legitimate, and I'll explain a little bit about it. So, is this a name that you would have thought of?
No, I've never
Right.
even I'm
That's even better.
holy crap.
And because this is why you need to do this exercise fast. Because if you start thinking about it, um, you might go, "Oh, I like the name, blah blah blah." Right? No, you got to do it fast. Let them give it to you, and there you go. Now, Nikki, you never ever tell anybody this name
Okay.
because it's yours. There's a couple of reasons. The main reason is your guide will never work with anybody else. Even if I said, okay, to my guide, let's swap. You work with Kim today and Kim's guide will work with me. It wouldn't happen
Okay.
because they have to get to know you. And that's how we build a relationship, and they get to know how their clients, Kim and I and you, they get to know how you operate.
Oh my god.
They
Right?
know I've been with.
Yeah. Kim, I'm not hearing you.
No, you don't.
You did cut out there for a second, Kim. You did,
Oh,
yeah.
I was just saying that now like they've been with you your entire life,
Yeah.
so they know a lot about you. But now you need to work with them, communicate, because they've been trying to get your attention for this many years,
Yes.
and now you can't ignore them.
Yeah.
So that's the beautiful part. The other part is, again, I think I told you that nobody can really see them. It's very rarely even that anybody that knows their guy gets to see them. Um, we just trust. It's a trust you build because you've got the name right away, Nikki. So you know something's happened. Somebody's there.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't
Okay.
expect that. Oh god.
So going forward, now the next thing you want to do, and for anybody who's listening, you say to your guy, thank you very much, and that you would like to now build a relationship with them, the strongest, most possible relationship. and we can start. You've told them that. That's okay. They might not respond to you at the moment. They will be very excited about this, I promise you. So the next thing I want you to do is to just close your eyes and relax and ask your guide, you know their name now, ask your guide to stand 4 or 5 feet behind you, behind your chair. Now ask them to gently walk up right behind you to the back, your back. When they've done that, I want you to ask them to now walk back away from you, back to 4 or 5 feet away. Now let's repeat it. Ask them to walk back right up behind you. And then ask them to walk away one more time, back 4 or 5 feet behind you. When you've done that, open your eyes. Okay, Nikki, did you feel any pressure behind you?
Oh my God, I was gonna say I definitely felt that was weird. As if like I was like a massage or something. Do you know what I mean?
When they
I
walked away
just
from you,
wanted to go like this.
when they back away from you, did you feel a vacuum?
Yeah, I did. Like,
So there's your guide showing them how you
oh,
can feel them.
that's weird.
Now, where are you living in Ontario?
Yeah, I'm in Ontario. Yeah.
Kim and I are in St. Albert, Alberta. So there's no way we could have manipulated any of that. That all happened for you.
Oh, that's so weird. I could feel it. Like it's so weird because it was just on my back.
Yes. That is them showing you. And what they do, how you feel them is they've walked into your aura, your auric field,
Oh, okay.
and you can feel that. And then when they leave, it's like anything else. It's like there's an emptiness,
Oh
vacuum,
my God. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you're great. You're on the road to building a relationship with your guide. It's
Oh
great.
my God.
Now, I want to give you one more thing in this area.
Okay.
So you're going to close your eyes again. Of course, what you want to do now is thank them for letting you feel them. And this may happen right away or may not. It depends on people. So you want your guide to give you a little um, hint that they're around, because there's many times you're a very busy girl doing something and there's no time in the spirit world, okay? So your guide might want to pop in and say hi to you at any time. Let's say you're busy on the computer, right? So you're not thinking of anything else and you don't feel that little feeling you just felt. So you want them to give you a little physical touch. So now ask your spirit guide if they would kindly give you a little physical touch anywhere on your body that you will know it will never change. Once they give it to you, it'll never change. So that you will know that they're there and they're saying, "Hi, Nikki." Just take your time with this one and let me know if anything ever
Okay.
happens.
That's really weird. My bicep like jolted.
Okay.
Like right here.
Yeah. There you go.
Holy crap. I think I stopped thinking for a second.
Well, no,
That was weird. Like as if I was like I was gonna fletch or it was like a spasm.
yes. So what's going to happen in the future? You might be very busy, and when you feel that,
Okay.
you'll go, "Oh, hi," and you will address your guide, whatever it is. Say, "Oh, hi. Thank you for being here."
Okay.
Now, and you'll learn to communicate with them. So that's a whole new other episode, I think. But you will
Yes.
slowly but surely learn to speak to them, because when you speak to them, right now you understand they can hear you because they've done everything you've asked them to do.
Wow.
So the next thing will be when you speak to your guide, you ask them one question at a time.
Okay.
There's a couple of reasons for that. The first one is not to confuse them because if you ask your spirit guide two questions, let's say you go, oh, this, and this, and this, and this, they won't answer either one because they will never make your mind up for you.
Oh,
Isn't that neat?
wow. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So be sure to ask one question, go quiet, and wait, and you will learn um, slowly but surely, Nikki. I don't know how it will be. Everybody's different, but you will learn and you will hear them by your thought. We don't hear them with our physical ears. It's a thought process, telepathy. And slowly but surely, you'll start off with yes and no questions, okay?
Okay.
And try it out and learn. And the more you do it, of course, like anything else, the better you'll become and the clearer it will become. And sooner or later, and Reverend Kim knows this, I can talk to my guide now just like this, like I'm talking to you, but I still only ask them one question at a time. But I can talk to them, say, "Oh, you know what? I have to do this, and blah, blah, blah. Can you please help me with that?" Right?
Wow. Okay.
And everything that I do in my life, um, particularly spiritual stuff, like this morning, I was doing Sunday service at our church, and I've been doing it for 16 years. But every time I go, I ask my guide to come and help me to do a great service.
Mm.
And they come in and they'll help you. If you don't ask them, they won't.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
When I do spiritual healing, and I've learned a lot of this over many years, spiritual healing, I always include my spirit guide because one of the things that people looking in and for yourself need to know, your spirit guide is a very powerful spirit. It takes an awful lot of training for them to become a guide. So you can ask them to literally help you with anything. So when I'm doing spiritual healing, I ask my guide to please be with me as well as my healing team because they will interact and help in so many ways.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Um, and yeah, I've only learned that one myself about in the last year and a half because I started doing trance healing and things changed and I learned all that. But it makes so much sense. Ask them to help you with everything.
Wow.
It's also really good when you are doing your meditation, 'cause I know you meditate every day. When you're doing your meditation, that's when you can ask questions
Yes.
to your spirit guide.
Yeah. And even once you get to know them, Kim, like as Nikki already knows now, and your guide is aware that you know, so they're so happy. I promise you, that they're just filled with glee. Imagine that now they've been with you for so many years of your life, and now they get to work with you.
Yeah.
They're so excited. It's a great thing.
Sorry, I'm writing this all down. I like, even though
No,
I'm going to be rewatching it, I'm still sorry.
yes, I know it's very exciting, and I mean, I can't say enough about it. Of course, Reverend Kim, because we're more experienced with it now, and we know. It becomes a knowing, and yeah, your guide is there all the time, and you only have to do. And I've got in the habit of saying in my mind all the time, "Good night, and thank you for today, and good morning. I look forward to being with you today." And whatever I'm doing, I want them with me, right? And then
Yeah.
purposely, if you're going to do reading, I always have them in. I don't know what Kim does, but I always make sure they're with me when I'm doing healing. Absolutely. So you include them in all your spiritual work and anything you need help with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine. And I want to mention that I know when I did the exercise, I had in my mind a name that
Oh,
I
good.
was convinced that this is what the name was. right? And I don't know why I had that name, but I had this name. I think it sounded like a good name. I don't know. Strong
Yep.
name. Actually, I thought it was Michael. Um, and so when I did this exercise, this very bizarre name came in, and I was, no, it's Michael. And it was like, no. And I got the name, and it's not a normal name whatsoever. And there's no way I would ever make this name up.
Right.
And it's funny because I did get confirmation, um, because there was some weird things happening in my house at the time, like
Okay.
weird things. And like we didn't have our children living with us yet. So like I'd have doors closed, but suddenly they'd be partly open, or, kind of things I would be like, what? I swear I did this. And like little things would be left different places. Right. And what is going on? Like literally, I know this is gross, but like there was literally a turd left on my husband at the time's chair because he would smoke at that chair. I was like, "Who's just leaving turds on a chair?" And I had a coworker who was doing spiritual work, and she had also crystals. And she had a crystal named Charles, and he was an amethyst skull. And she would do this thing saying, ask Charles, right? So the one day I said, and she had no idea because I never shared with the name. And she said, I said, who is doing these things around my house? And she came out and she typed out the name, and I just about died. Like, are
Oh
you
my
kidding?
God.
So it was that name, and I laughed, and I realized, okay, of course that would be him because he's got a sense of humor, and he's crazy. He's with me, so he's got to have some kind of a perverse sense of humor. But yeah, so that's when that really confirmed, like, oh my gosh, that really is his name.
Yeah.
So I just like that just blew me away. Never ever, because it's like I said, it's not it's not even a normal. It's like two names that are not even a normal combination,
Right.
right? Like it's so bizarre. Um, and she got it, and like I said, I just about died. And I know when mine comes in because I get little tinglies in my hair in the back of my head.
Right.
When we have the guides who are like my healing guides, I
Yeah.
always know when they're here because this eye, I have Sjogren's, so I don't make tears in my
Mhm.
eye and stuff, but I will get a little tear in this. It's always this eye. I get a little tear starts to come when I'm doing healing.
There you go.
So you just got to figure
So,
out what their signs are when they're around.
oh, it's amazing once you start doing this, Nikki, and for all who's listening, amazing things happen. Another thing, they give you this name or any name that they do give you. That's not their name. They're
Oh,
giving you this. No, it's not their name. They're giving you a name to use, and like Kim's is a double thing. But I know her guy that plays tricks and all that, so that it suits him. Because in the spirit world, when we go back there, we don't have any names. We are known by our light.
Okay.
So
Oh,
they just give us a name because people, us on earth, we need labels for everything.
yeah.
And so that's why they do it. But it makes it easy for us, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
and
Um,
there's work you can do with your spirit guide, like so much. Like trance, use your spirit guide when you do trance.
yes. I bring them in for everything, Kim, as you know, because they're great support to you, and they're in between the two worlds. They're in their spirit. They got the power of spirit, but they're with you. And yeah, I use them for everything. I have healing guide, so it's Kim, but I still bring my spirit guide in, the main guide, because they are the most powerful. They're really powerful, and they want to. They want to help. They want to be involved. Ah,
Yeah. That actually, I like that you guys answered that because the question that I had to ask Richard, it was from a client of mine. Her name is Crystal. And she said that she's not ready. She says she's not ready to work with her spirit guides because she wants to learn a little bit more because
okay.
she's nervous.
Yes.
But she wanted to know what exactly they can help you with.
Just about anything. If now. You have to remember this. We all come to Earth with lessons, a bunch of lessons, let's say a contract, whatever, that we've decided before we left the spirit world, and we decided on all these lessons. Some of them are very hard. That is why the hard times we go through in life, we go, Jesus, what, I wouldn't have picked that. Well, you did, right?
Mhm.
But when we come to Earth, you don't remember. However, you have gone over this list with your spirit guide, and your spirit guide remembers and knows every lesson you need to know, to learn. Um, and they will help you and guide you on even to go through the really hard times, because they're wanting you to fulfill what you came to Earth to do, because that's how your spirit evolves again
Okay.
and becomes a higher spirit. So they will not do the hard stuff for you, right? They will always be with you. Know that you have never taken on anything you can't handle, even though we've all been in places where we think, oh my God, right, I'll never get through this.
Yeah.
However, you will. And the point is, they won't do it for you. They can't because it's useless. You have to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they
it
will,
does for me. Yeah.
but you have to ask them for help. So they won't intervene and things unless you've asked them for help.
You must ask them always. Yeah, yeah, that's prerequisite. But even if you were going through hell, and you said, "Listen, take this away," there's times they can't because it's your lesson, and they
Okay.
will actually be with you. And one time I was told they will be with you and almost be crying for you because they can't help you. They're not allowed. It's a
Yeah.
sacred thing, yes. Um, but in the end, don't you worry, you will come through everything, even though we've all been there and said, "Oh my God, I'll never get through this," right? Well, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. I always say I'm going to punch myself in the face when I get back up there because there's some stuff I didn't appreciate.
Yes, yeah.
A
True,
lot.
true. Um,
Richard,
and the more you do with your guide, I'm not talking days and weeks, it'll take months and years. I can't speak for everybody. It's taken me quite a long time. And as Kim, I just heard Kim the other day said, we'll be learning until the day we go cross back over. Like
I
it's
know.
never ending learning, which I love it because new stuff comes up, right?
Yeah.
And so you'll never have it all in one day or week or month or year or 10 years. And that's really exciting because every time you think you've learned something, then they'll show you something else and you go, wow. Right?
Wow.
Um, what else can I tell you? Do you have any other questions available? Because unless Kim can remind me. Um,
There is another question that Crystal had, but you kind of already answered it, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So
Hmm.
she's asking when she's gonna buy your book, by the way, because I did tell her, you know,
Okay.
I did tell her about you. I did tell her, how, all the wonderful things Kim said. And I did already send the book to her, the link, right?
Right.
So as far as I know that she did buy it because she said she was going to the other day. But one of the questions she asked was also, um, when you ask questions to your spirit guides or when you feel ready to, how specific should you be? Like, should you be very
Very.
specific? Okay.
Very. You cannot be vague. Again, if you're vague, they won't answer it because they go, they'll never steer you wrong. So if
Okay.
you have a vague question, they'll go, okay, basically, you need to put it exactly. You
Okay.
can't be iffy. You have to say exactly, I need help with this, or how can you help me? Absolutely, you must state it. You must state it. Yeah. It's not fair to them. Like I said, again, they have so much love and respect for you. They won't make your mind up for you. I'm thinking of something, and Kim knows me by now because my memory isn't fantastic. While I think of it, I have to say it. Many people love to think that their grandmother or grandfather is their spirit guide. And I want people to understand none of your relatives that you know in the last thousands of years will be your guide. None of them. This is somebody special who lived on Earth one time. They've had to have lived on Earth to understand what Earth is like and the negativity and how it's all about. Then they do a lot of training, and they're very highly evolved spirits when they become a guide. They're not your relatives.
Mhm.
All right.
And this
Say that again, Karen.
and either is Jesus. You know,
No.
people think that Jesus or, you know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
whatever entity is theirs, but they're not their spirit guide. Because what makes you so special that you're the only person that would have that,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like you're not, unfortunately, people can think that. But when he says they're not your spirit guide, doesn't mean that, your grandmother or whatever, when they cross over, can't be part of your spirit team.
Right. Yeah.
They can still
Most
be
of You're right,
team
Kim. And most of
or
mine are on my
name.
healing team. Most
Mhm.
of my relatives are on my healing team.
Oh,
Yeah. Like there's a gazillion of them now, but they slowly but surely they slowly but surely join one by one, right? But yes, what Kim said was right.
Just and that's why on top of everything else, you are never alone.
You are
You
what?
thought you're never alone. Like on top of everything else. But if people are with you, that yes, your spirit family, they'll be around you too, but your spirit guide is always going to be there.
And that's a great thing that Kim just brought up because Nikki, there's many people we've heard stories all over the world that somebody was found and they died alone. And people feel so sorry for them, but they didn't. Their guide was always with them. So it's a great thing to know.
wow.
Okay? It's very
Um,
comforting.
that's I just you know what? That's gonna make that makes me feel better. Just because I had a neighbor recently that we had all thought had passed away quite suddenly. And we had missed it, and it was a few days before any relatives reached out to wonder where this individual was. And myself and a few of our neighbors, we couldn't get over the fact that this person died alone. um
I know it's heartbreaking because we think of them, but they're honestly, please know they never die alone. Never.
Yeah.
Your guide is with you because your guide came into this world with you as soon as you were conceived, and they'll leave with you and they take you back home.
Okay. I do have another question because I already know what some of the listeners are gonna like. One of our listeners are gonna ask.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, your can Can you see your spirit guides ever? You yourself, can you ever see them? Like, is there an image? Are they man? Are they woman? Like,
First of all, the reason they give you a name, then you usually know the sex,
right.
right? However, most people don't, and I want to say I'm very, very lucky because I have seen my guide I've known him for about 20 years. And so I know what he looks like. And I don't mind because I don't mind because it never bothered me. My guide's name is Jakob. I call him Jacob because I don't speak like that. I always knew he was from the Far East, and he's an older gentleman, and he walks, and he has a staff, and when he does come to me, many times he comes on a pure white stallion.
Oh,
And I met him first in a beautiful place in my homeland in a forest. And whenever I have to meet with him now, that's where I go to because it's kind of a sacred place for us.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow, I love
but
that.
most people don't see them. It takes an awful lot of energy for those in the spirit world to show themselves to us. It does. And
Yeah.
so they prefer that by giving you a name, you have a good idea if it's male, female. Um, and the other part is they don't have to, but they can be easily with us by vibration, is how they come to us and to speak to us. The whole works, right? But
Mhm.
showing themselves takes a lot. When
Okay.
Kim and I do mediumship, and I do it a little different than Kim, so I see the spirits, but they're only here when we're doing an evening with spirit or something. They're really only here for 5 minutes, whatever. It's a message, and then they're gone. They couldn't stay for half an hour or an hour, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I hope that helps.
No, it definitely does, because I know that people are gonna be asking me and Kim, "Well, how do I find what my spirit guide looks like? How do I know if it's a man or a
And
woman?"
you
And
don't have to. They'll be male or female, it's all you need,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, because my name is very gender specific. It's
Good.
weird, but I know right away that it's a man, like, I just know.
And the thing about it is, Nikki, um, because of who they are, if they gave you a name that could be actually either male or female, you will you will feel it. You'll know, no, this is male. They'll push it on you.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I thought my spirit guide would be a woman. It's
Surprise,
not.
surprise. That's even better again because you did have a kind of a bit of a preconceived idea, but you did the exercise very well, and here you go. Because it's hard to get people not to think.
Yes, yes.
I have to throw this in for people because this is a good lesson. Many years ago, when I was teaching a circle, and I teach this first, um, to get a name for a guide, and everybody in the group got just like you did today, got it very quickly. And I had this girl there, and she goes, "No, I didn't get a name." And then I kept with her. I said, because I wanted her to learn. After about 7 tries, I swear, I said, "Okay, why don't you leave that and take it home with you, practice it at home. Maybe you're a little nervous here, whatever, in a group." And she said, "Well, no, it's not that." I go, "Well, what is it?" She said, I got a name, but I don't like it, honestly." And I said, "Well, I'm really sorry. That's your name. That's the name of your guy. Good luck, girl."
Not your baby.
Yeah. But, and so she had a fantasy about whatever, and she didn't like the name. So she learned real quick, and afterwards she was good.
Wow, okay, see, alright.
Or God's like, but name.
Yeah, I know. Little things. Here's little things. If you go when you're learning to work and learn with your guide, we teach people, everybody this. When you go to some place where you have to park your car, before you get there, say, "Please find me a very easy parking stall." And that's how you start, and they will.
Okay, I like that, I like that.
Eh, Nikki, I still do it, and there's a place in St. Albert, a bakery I go to,
Ooh,
right? I still do it, so it's probably about a year now. I think I told Kim about it, because we share everything, right? And so I'm driving there to get baked bread that we've ordered, and it's torrential rain.
ooh,
And outside the bakery, there's 3 parking spots, and otherwise you're parking in the middle of an open parking spot. And so on the way up, I said to my guy, "Can you please get me a parking spot right outside the door?" And so, and they don't answer you and say yes. You've asked them, so you
mhm.
trust them. So I'm driving up, and all the stalls are full, right? And just as I got there, somebody put their reverse lights on, pulled out, and I pulled in,
Oh,
right?
I love that.
And it happens. Honestly, it happens. I could have went and gone, "Oh shit, that didn't work." No, I didn't. I just said, "Okay," because I'd say they have something in mind. Honest to God, I saw the reverse lights go on, so I stopped. That car came out, and I went in right outside the door.
Oh, I like that. Kim, have you is there anything you've asked yours like that?
Oh, I ask mine all the time. Yeah, for stuff. Like if I'm, thinking, oh, you know, like you're doing something and then you think you need something, right? Like, really need to have this or whatever. And then I'll
Mhm.
say, where would I find it? Tell me where I would find this. And I'll just find it. Like whether it's like
Oh,
I'll just be directed to Amazon or to whatever, and I will find it. And a lot of
wow.
times it's the
I'm going to tell you something that only happened, and Kim, I won't cause any trouble with the board, okay?
okay.
Ooh.
So we we
Don't.
we none of us at our church are very good with IT, right? We struggle with it, okay? And me on the worst. So I don't touch anything or I'll screw it up. So anyway, about a week ago, I said to my wife, wouldn't it be lovely if one of our members who joined the church was really good at IT, right? And that they wanted to help us. So a lady that came today, we reopened today, and she came for a couple of weeks before we closed, Kim, and really loved it. And she came back today, and she wants to do the psychic development workshop and all. She's a member. She loves it. And so we're ready to go home. And she asked me about the psychic development workshop, and I got Nancy now to put up a poster. I'm going to have on the end of October.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, she's already signed up now. This lady for it.
Mhm.
And then she said to me, she said, Richard, this is my home now. I love it. I love all the people here. And she said to me, do you have anybody that does your IT stuff? And I said, well, the girl that was doing it is moving away to Grand Cash. And I said, we do struggle. She said, I'd love to do it for you guys. That's what I do for a living. A
Oh my
pro.
God.
Now, I only said this a week ago, and I didn't purposely call my guide in, but it was my wish because it's for the church. Here we are.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to be on the board. We can give her that job if you want. She's going to meet you next Saturday at the psychic tea.
All
But this
right.
is for a living, Nikki, and she's after volunteering her services.
That's amazing. Oh, I love that.
Just happened today, and I actually, because sometimes I pinch myself, and I turned to Barbara and I said, Barbara, I just asked you that. I just said that, didn't I? I said that to you last week, and she said, yeah, you did. So
Wow.
Oh,
amazing.
Oh, I love that so much. That is amazing.
Yes. And they are not coincidences. People should get to know there's no such thing.
There's no
Everything
such thing.
happens for a
Yeah.
reason. Yes.
No, there's no such
well,
things
it's
as
very
coincidences.
possible that it was our spirit guides that connected Nikki and I to do the podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because Kim told me this story how you didn't even have to think about it. You just said yes.
Right off the bat. Yeah. Right off the bat, like without, and I don't know if I even told Kim this, but there was before she had asked, and another friend of mine had asked, that was she was thinking about it, and I had said, yeah, with that friend too, when you're ready in a few months and a few years, I'll join your podcast as, a guest and whatnot. But I had two people ask me before Kim, from January to April, and I said no right away each time. No, no.
There you go. And you did it fast. You
Fast,
said
and
no
then
right away.
something right away. Kim asked, and I said yes. And I was like, "Whoa, what was that?"
This is
No clue what
exactly
it
what we just told you, right? Your
was.
guide said, hey, these guys should be together.
I think so. Because
Fab-
Yeah.
when I was getting ready, because I was meeting her for a reading, it just
yeah.
came to me to ask her for a podcast. And I'm thinking, no, like, I don't do that stuff. Like, Richard knows how shy I am. He knows
Yes.
where I've come from, like hiding in the back and to doing this. I'm like, no. And then, like, I don't even know what it is. So even when I said to Nikki, I was like, do you want to do, like, sorry, this is really random. Do you want to do a podcast? She's like, sure. What's it about? I'm like,
Yes.
I have no
Yes.
clue. No clue what it's about. But, and then it just came together. So
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah,
it was that's the reason.
And Nikki, another great story about Kim. She wasn't involved in this at all. And she met my daughter-in-law at a bus stop. They used to go to work on the bus. And they got chatting. And my daughter-in-law said, well, my father-in-law is a medium. Oh. And so she came. And then Kim was there. And she brought a friend of hers who was in need. But anyway, it's not the story I want to tell. Kim was really quiet. She'd sit at the back, usually with my wife, and just keep her head down. And think of her as she is today. She never knew this was going to happen. She's a minister, a medium, a healer, and now a podcaster,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to ask me to come up to the front if he was having trouble with the music.
Yeah.
And So I'd go and I'd help him, and then he'd say, "You'd stay." No, no, and
Yes.
Scurry away.
see me, I'm gone.
We don't know what's in store for us. That's why the lessons we have, we don't know, we don't remember them. Some of them we would do, some of them we wouldn't. So Kim was kind of brought into it. She didn't never suspected. She volunteered to make the coffee, and that's all she wanted to do.
And that was a thing. I just felt that I needed to volunteer. Like it wasn't like I consciously made the decision. I just one
Yeah,
day felt you need to volunteer after I'd been going to the church for probably about 2 years.
yeah.
And I, what? What? I can't do any of this stuff. So I volunteered and they're like, sure, you can make coffee. I'm like, all right. And a lot of people just knew me as Kim the coffee girl first.
She did.
And they would
So,
always say, oh, and thank you, Kim, for making the coffee. And I'd be like in my chair, like, no, no, no,
it,
no.
I hope we're not gone off track too much on your podcast. How are we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Yeah.
It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
I was just gonna say,
So,
no, it's
I don't know what you want me to do next. Are there more questions, or is there something else you'd like to ask me?
I had a question here. I did, but you already answered it. You
Okay.
already answered. Oh, I do have one question though. One question. So, because Kim, it just came to me because Kim said how like because I meditate every day as well, and she said, oh, you can ask them to help with your meditation or join. So,
Sure.
are there like meditations? Are there like that you would recommend for specifically working with your spirit guide?
Um, yes, I want to tell you something. I know you've so graciously said you're going to record them for me.
Yes, if you want.
Here's something that happened. I wrote a few of them over the years, just when I would get inspiration and I'd write them. And but recently, about 6, 8 months ago, I had done a healing for someone, and it was just they were instantly or in half an hour healed of cancer, completely, right? So I was sitting with my healing team, and like I was just thanking them so much for this amazing healing. And when I finished thanking them, they started, well, whatever, download. I was downloading. They started speaking to me and giving me these words,
Hmm.
and I started writing them down. And to me, it's the most beautiful meditation now to to include your spirit guide. And I'm sending it to you. To me, it's the most wonderful one. It's very beautiful. Um, and it was given to me from spirit. I didn't write it. I just wrote it down.
Okay.
They gave me all the words, and and it's called a spiritual truth.
Oh, I
And
like that.
when you read, yeah, when you read it and know what it's all about, I think you're going to love it. I know you will. It's so perfect. But I don't I was lucky to receive it,
Mhm.
and it's for everybody. Yeah.
Oh, I love that so much.
Mhm.
So when we get it, with Reverend Richard's permission, we will link it to our podcast. So
Yep.
the people listeners can listen to it as well.
Absolutely, because yeah. Kim is aware of it, but, um, I'd love to hear you if you are going to, narrate it, Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I already bought your book actually off Amazon. So yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I could have sent you a signed copy. Maybe I will.
Oh my god.
If
Okay.
you're doing the meditations for me, yes, I will.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely I will. I would be like so excited to do that for you. And I already told Kim. I know. I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I was gonna say something about that. I have another beautiful that one that Kim loves. It's called Train Ride to the Spirit World, and it's really great. And people take this and go on it and follow it. They all have amazing experiences there. It's
Hmm.
beautiful. Yeah.
I've came out of it crying, like
Yeah.
Oh really?
bawling. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And it seems people have it's great. I could do it in a circle, and there might be 8 or 9 of us, and everyone has a different experience, but so amazing when you listen to them. So, yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
So, along with that, I feel very blessed, Nikki, that Spirit has allowed me to do this work and work with them, and they work with me, basically, because it's such an honor and a privilege. Well, it's just it's amazing, amazing.
oh,
You
yeah.
wonder why. You do wonder why you actually deserve it. It's so great. But I had to get over that too, and Kim knows this, and I had to understand that actually I was chosen to do this, so I have
Yeah.
to own it. And that's respecting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just have
absolutely.
gratitude, no
Gratitude.
question,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, put too much into it because this is your thing. You just have to be so grateful that it was given to you and you were chosen to do
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
there you go. I love doing this. I mean, you might be sorry you brought me on because I could stay 24/7 and talk about this.
Well, we
No.
definitely can have you. Maybe I think we can have you back for healing. We can have you back
Yeah.
for several different things.
Oh,
Okay. And
absolutely.
that's the one other thing, as Kim just mentioned it. It's another we do the same kind of, beginning when we wanna meet our healing guides, and there'll be more of than one of them, and then just to let you know, you get to know them, you get a little, like Kim gets a tear in her eye when she knows we're here. You will get assigned, and you call them in, and the more healing you do, the more in the spirit world of healers are attracted to you, and your team just builds and builds and builds.
Wow.
Fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think we should have you back for that
Okay.
because
We
most people
absolutely will.
believe they do have healing guides.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, and so uh, I won't go through, but a lady this morning in our church, one of our new healers, Kim,
Hmm.
she came up with, she's only been publicly healing about 3 times now. Her name is Lorna. She's a nurse. She did a healing for a man today, and he called me after. He says, "Can I tell you about this healing?" During the healing, and she's very, very quiet, she stopped and she said to him, Yeshua, which is the Arabic name for Jesus, spoke to her. Now listen, and said, asked her to step aside, that he was going to step in and finish this healing, right? The man had said the heat from this woman's hands was just unexplainable. When
Wow.
the healing was over, he was sitting in his chair, the heat, he could still feel the heat. And when he was driving home, he said it was amazing. And these are people who've just joined in the last year or so, and they've learned, and she's very, very lovely. And this is the gift she has now
Wow.
by pursuing it and learning, yeah. Nobody knows what they're capable of.
Nope.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
Can do anything.
yes, you really can.
Ugh. I'm so excited and I'm so grateful that you came on. Like I
Oh,
and
I
appreciate.
love it, and thank you for having me because I love it.
Oh,
I really
like
do.
I knew it was gonna be like great. I just like I didn't know. My brain short-circuited.
And I'm just going to show the book again.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
In Service of the Spirit by Richard Lanigan. And he
And
is currently writing another one. So
yeah,
we will have another one
and
in the
it's
future.
another one that's amazing that they're all truths. That book that I wrote is totally my whole life, everything that happened, how spirit trained me, etc. There's nothing, no fiction in it. And it's the
Mhm.
same with the second book I'm writing, and it's called The Infinite Source.
Mhm.
But anyway, it'll probably take me another year to finish it. But yes, but
Yeah.
yes, I love this night. Thank you guys so very much for having me on.
No, thank you. Very much appreciate you coming on and agreeing to coming on as a
Yes.
guest
Yes.
and other
Anytime.
things, because the purpose of this podcast is to bring truth and honesty of, what spiritualism is, to take
Yeah.
away the fears. Um, I'm not sure if I told you, I'm
What?
sure I did though, but like one of the reasons why I felt compelled was because I heard people like on TikTok doing things, giving kind of readings to people, saying things like, "Oh no, your loved one's not with you. They
Oh,
they saw the light and
Yeah.
walked away." And I was like, I was like, my jaw, like, "Are you kidding me?" Well, then how do you explain what I'm doing, lady? But just so that there's truth, honesty, there's transparency, and because there's too many people out there who give us a bad name, make us
yeah.
all look like we're just out to get money, just out to do stuff, and it really takes away from the beauty, the majesticness, the just
Yeah.
the awesomeness. There's like I can't even say the word strong enough of what spiritualism is and how it makes you
Yeah.
feel and how it can literally change your life. Like I am
And
a different
it's
person than I was
available to everybody
15
in
years.
the world, isn't it,
It
Kim?
is.
It's available to everybody. Just have an open mind. And if you don't like it, if what you hear, fine, throw it away. That's the motto. We don't tell you what to do.
Hmm.
You will
Yeah.
learn yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. And to, just for people to never um like be scared to try or be scared to, have spirit because, just media, movies, books, everything, people hear spirit and they're like either Casper the ghost or, some evil entity, right?
Conjuring.
And,
Yeah.
following
Yeah.
me around and she's being nasty, remember she used to do this, and it's just, they just make it out to be something so horrible. And so many people, I think, would feel so much more, um, like in their own shoes or in their own life or like in their own if
Mhm.
they would actually learn about spiritualism, see what it is and feel what it is. Because it's
Hmm.
it's love. It's just pure love.
Yeah.
And to have that feeling, knowing that that is around you, like that is the most beautiful feeling. And it literally will change your life.
It does.
Because
Yeah.
I went from being, who I was, now I'm a minister and I got 3 kids and, like all this stuff that I never ever thought I would do.
Hmm.
And I want to say something. I'm always amazed at Kim because most of us as mediums, the spirit world made it easy for me because I can see them and hear them and feel them, right? So no, it's no problem. Kim goes over, doesn't get to see them or hear them. It's annoying. This is a very special gift, but yet she's able to describe things without seeing them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something. I love
Yep.
her. She's a great medium.
No,
I wish I
I've
knew.
sent,
Yeah.
two
She,
people to you, and they said the exact same thing. That everything that you said, that you like, you couldn't have known, and that she
no,
sounded like their passed on loved ones. She sounded like them. The way that she spoke to them, the
right.
words that she used, like,
And you know something, Nikki? This is another thing about mediumship. I have noticed that that's a change in Kim. I don't know when it started, but she didn't always do this. She was always straight on. She was always accurate. But now she's starting to sound like people and using their words. It's another form they've added to her. Yeah.
yeah.
And if I can say one thing about spiritualism before I go,
Yes,
Mhm.
please.
people to, for people to think about, it is the only religion in the world, and I want people to really think about this. It is the only religion in the world that when we go and talk about it and do it, it's the only religion in the world that we prove what we're talking about. And
Yes.
because it's based on mediumship, and we've never met people and we'll give these messages and they'll go, wow. But it's mediumship. We're in contact with the spirit world. Your loved ones that have passed on. And I think that's the greatest gift in the world.
Hmm. I agree.
A
I
true
agree
me
100%.
All right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, thank you so very much for joining us. Richard.
Oh, I
We
love
appreciate that you accepted the offer, and we're definitely going to have you back. So if
I'm
you're
looking
good with
forward already to coming back because I could be with you.
Absolutely.
You know me, Cap. People like this, I could be with you all day
oh,
long.
Yes, no,
happens all the
that's
time.
perfect.
Thank you. Now, Nikki, you know your guide. Just build your relationship.
Oh, I don't know
I'm
how to
telling you
do.
right now, I'm very excited. I'm gonna read your book. I just got the thing that arrives tomorrow, so I'm excited. But
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna start working with my guide. Definitely, 100%.
L- Lovely.
Yeah,
And I always lose
yeah.
my chair. So
Or your mic. It's either or. Yes.
Okay. All right.
one time my chair, one time was my no, twice it's been my chair now.
Okay.
It's because I put my feet up and they hit the hit the little levers.
Oh, right,
So
right.
whoosh.
It's okay.
Well, this has
Oh,
been great fun. So I thank you again. And I look
thank
forward to being with you again sometime in the future.
Absolutely.
absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye, Richard.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Okay, everybody. So
Reverend
that
Rich.
was Reverend Richard. Oh my God. Like, oh, that was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's weird to
So
me.
I really hope.
Oh, no, it
Yeah.
was
Now you
so
got.
like I didn't when I felt that spasm in my arm, and I will let people know I have not started working out yet, even though I'm supposed to. Well, running, but that doesn't count. That was just I don't know, like, and I was so warm. I forgot to tell him I was so warm at certain spots. Like when I felt the pressure on my back, I was hot, and then it went away. And then when I felt the spasm here, I got really hot, and then it went away.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
sorry.
it that. So you'll get to know them, and you'll get to know when they're around, and you just need to talk to them. And you got to remember that you've been ignoring them. So they're pretty loyal that they've stuck around with you for how many years until you've actually acknowledged them. So and you can use them when you're doing readings and anything else. They'll help you with it all.
Hmm. You know what's interesting? I did pull a tarot card, so I pulled one now. Like, what's the tarot of the week?
Hmm.
Really
Hmm.
interesting what I pulled, considering what we did. So I did use the Modern Witch tarot, and I pulled the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, which is building something from the bottom up, teamwork, foundation,
No.
stability, strength, security. Look at this. Like that's your card of the week, everybody listening. And we just are finishing up an episode about spirit guides, and I tapped into mine. And just so everyone knows, I forgot to say this in the beginning. I knew nothing. I told Kim nothing about spirit guides, and I stayed away from learning about spirit guides before this episode because I like to go in completely blind. All I knew about spirit guides is what most people know. Spirit guides are here to help us through life and through our lessons. That's all I knew. I knew nothing.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I think people can tell I'm hyped up because I'm hyped up.
It's interesting when you start to learn this stuff, and like if you have any type of spirituality already, it'll just enhance it because oh have help,
Oh my
and
God. It's,
they with you. They don't want to see harm to you.
nope.
And, you know, they'll work with, like, as we talked before, they'll work with you and your intuition too. So, you'll,
Oh,
if you talk to, they'll help you guide out, if something's going to happen, they'll help you kind of guide out, or maybe kind of,
mhm.
they'll try to push you back onto the path. If you get off the path, they'll
Oh
kind of
my
try to
God.
guide you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And everybody, I'm telling you, try the exercise. You have nothing to lose to try the exercise that Richard did with us. What are you going to lose? You have nothing. What, nothing. So do it. Just do it and see what happens. Okay. I guarantee you the I definitely thought if I had a spirit guide, it was lady. I'll
Hmm.
share that it's lady. So I think that also kind of like, I was like, what? The name, it never I don't even know what that name is, but super I love it. I feel like it suits I don't know. who my spirit guide is yet as a like personality wise, but I feel like if that's the name, it's got to suit it. But yeah, Jesus, everybody's got to try it. Just try it. And let us know in the comments if you tried it, how it went, how it worked. If you have questions, I'm telling you, Kim will answer them. If she can't answer them, then I'm sure she'll, ask Reverend Richard, you know. Um, but if you try it, please, please let us know, whether it's on our TikTok accounts, our email, or whether it's in the comment section below. If you try it, let us know.
Absolutely. And yes, I can answer like most of your questions. The reason why we asked Reverend Richard is because he's the one who I learned mine with, and he's done a lot of my beginnings. I did the teachings through him. So I
Mm.
knew that he could explain it, in simple enough terms. He doesn't make it a big show. He doesn't make it, some people will try to make it like it's a big show and a big to do. And he's just down to earth, and he can, he can help to just do it so that you can do it and, accomplish what you set out to. And I'm really glad that he was able to join us today.
Honestly, I am, and I'm so excited to have him back, and we will have him back because I'm really interested, and I know that a lot of people listening to this are going to be interested in healing guides. I've always known that we have healing guides. I don't know again a lot about them, and I'm not going to learn a lot about them until we have Reverend Richard back on. But I do know that a lot of people listening to this probably have never even heard about healing guides, and now are going to be like, "What? I need to know who mine are."
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
It
my
gets you
God.
going. As soon as you start, it's like you get a taste of, you start to realize what possibilities there are. And
Yes. And I
it's
have to say
why didn't
something.
I?
I I loved that he said there is no such thing as coincidences, because there is absolutely no such thing as coincidences. No, 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 no. I fight tooth and nail on that. Um anyway, sorry. I'm super hyped up. And I'm super hyped up, and I know we have to say goodbye, but anyway.
What do you drink?
Pardon? Oh,
Did
what
you
am I
have tea today?
drinking? I did, and it's funny. I had it's a not peach eucalyptus, peach hibiscus tea, which is just honestly from David's Tea. But I just really wanted something fruity. I got sick, and I have that cough still there, and for some reason yesterday and today just kind of came back with a vengeance. But could be that, I've been talking so much and whatnot, so maybe I need to calm my throat down for the rest of the night. But I love it. I love this tea because it's a white tea, everybody. It's not a black tea, not a green tea. It's a white tea. And it's just, I don't know, just like, and it's very low in caffeine, which clearly I need now that I'm hyped up after that amazing exercise.
That's the thing. People say, "Oh, you're working with spirit. You must be so tired." And you know what? No.
No,
If you're working with
I'm ready
spirit,
to go.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ready to
And
go.
it's hard. If we do a mediumship, and it'll be the night, night one, so it goes like 7 to 9, and maybe goes a little bit later. Then you go home, and it's like, what can I do? I got to do something.
I believe it.
Because you're like 100%. No, it's great.
100%. 100%. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining us on this incredible, incredible episode. We've had two guests so far, both phenomenal in like just my God. Like, I have nothing to say except that this is incredible.
Yeah, they're both the two. There's three of us reverends now at St. Bridget's, and so it's Reverend Jill, and Reverend Richard, and myself. So
Yep.
we are, if you for church in the Edmonton area, for a spiritualist church, you just come on down and see us.
Yep. Ask any and all questions to Kim below, even about the church, any guidance whatsoever. Just throw it down there. Throw it down there, guys. Okay. Or email or DM one of us. Okay. All right. Well,
Or
thank
even
you.
quit doing for experience.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. We still love to hear those stories. We still love all these questions. Big thank you to Crystal for the questions that she had. And yeah. So we're going to bid you guys adieu for this episode. And we'll be back next week with another brand new episode. Kim, anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
No, thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful day. And
Go talk to your spirit guide. They've been waiting.
Seriously. Seriously, do the exercise, guys. Do the exercise, okay? Okay, everybody. Have a fantastic evening, day, afternoon, whenever you're listening to this.
Hey, have a
Bye.
good day.